going on, YouTube? So it's been a little minute. It's probably been about a month or some change since I did a video. And so my former co-host, Mr. Leslie, gave this idea. Um, I want to try something different with my channel. I want to do a little something different, and hopefully I can build more following. I see that the army videos definitely help gain that, and appreciate all you guys who commented, subscribed, and all that. I'm still getting them, and I'm not gonna take all the hilarity out of my videos, but what I want to do is I want to start a movement. I want Mackonreal to be more than just about talking shit, a few jokes, silly nights in the army. I want it to be more of, well, first of all, I'm actually open to suggestions. But here's the main thing that my battle buddy Leslie told me. He was like, Mac, you're a well-spoken dude. You're not afraid to speak in front of people, and you have good ideas. But the thing is, there's nobody like you who is saying what needs to be said sometimes, and then backing it up with factual proof, and then maybe trying to affect change. You see, my thing had always been, nah, I'm not gonna do that. I don't want to get on a soapbox because they make those people out to be a martyr. You're crazy. You're this. You're that. You're whatever the case may be. And I've realized that if you have an avenue, if you have a voice to say or do something and affect change, then be that change. Don't pay that no attention. It's a notification. Be that change. Be that thing that maybe sparks in the next generation some good things to do. So part of what I've been doing lately, for those of you that are closer to me and know, I've been going to help one of my former high school mentors, senior chief, at his new high school and his drill team because our drill team was a nationally recognized drill team, and he was like, Mac, I don't know what to do. These kids, they ain't y'all. And I'm like, well, Chief, is there anything I can do? I know I work a full-time job and, got my Army stuff going on and I have a family, but he means a lot to me. And I've told him that. And he went to bat for me and gave me an outlet a lot of times where when I was going through school, it was a rough area and, you could easily get sucked up into the wrong thing. So it gave me an outlet. And so what I've been doing is, at first I was giving back because I was doing it for him. But, I look at it now and these kids look up to a lot of us former cadets. They look up to us and see, well, damn, he made it out the hood. He's not just some guy from East Atlanta. He's doing this now in law enforcement. He went and joined the military and da 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 da. There's a handful of us that do that. And I've gotten at least 3 or 4 of my other former classmates to come out and help because they're like, what, Mac, you're right. Seeing Chief needs help. Let's go give him that help. So kudos to that. Give back to the community when you can. That's the first thing I wanted to address. The next thing I wanted to talk about was being a change from within yourself. Okay, so I'm a big fan of being spiritual and metaphysics and things of that nature, and I'm not going to get into a whole religious debate on who's right and who's wrong. We all have a God that we pray to, and that's your thing, cool. But I want to talk about it from a more of a deeper sense, because what happens if you die and there is nothing? You spent your whole life praying to something that you couldn't even prove was there. So I want to live in the here and now and affect this moment with the life that I have. And so I want to talk about understanding that reality is pretty much the majority conceived notion. So when you talk about the reality of a situation, it is what's socially acceptable to the entire group, essentially. And, I want to create a movement of positivity. I'm tired. I watched a sad video about this kid getting bullied. And, I mentioned and talked about it on Facebook quickly. I'm tired of seeing crap about Black Lives Matter, All Lives Matter, White Lives Matter, Cop Lives Matter. Everybody matters, because I'll tell you what, other than one person that's in the historical book that came out called the Bible, being the savior and everything, got to come back from the dead. All right, you get one life, and then if you die and that's it. Ain't no coming back from there. So I want to talk about being positive to each other and respecting each other, whether it's a different race, creed, color, gender, sex, whatever it is you're into. Respect that person. Be an adult enough, or be a person enough, or human being enough to say that we all reside on this one planet, and we should be respectful of each other's wishes and ways we want to go about it. Now, don't get me wrong, don't go around committing crimes or thinking it's okay to be a pedophile and all that other kind of stuff, because then my people will have to come find you and like, yep, that's not cool. But again, one must understand that if you eliminate those negative beliefs and stigmas, it'll spread like a virus, because it's hard to turn down positivity. It's hard to be negative all the time. And this is coming from somebody who was angry all the time. You know what I'm saying? I had a life transformation, about a year ago, and essentially understood that, in life, everything happens for a reason, whether you believe it or not. Everything has kind of a predestined course, and your actions and your free will is essentially, it's almost like always a fork in the road. If you do this, this, and this can happen. If you do this, and this can happen. But I'm taking life now as a more from a positive aspect of saying, you know, I want to affect a kid. I want to be remembered. You know what I'm saying? I want to be that guy who was like, Mac was a good guy because he didn't mind helping his fellow man. He didn't, turn his back astray on people. He wasn't overly nasty to people. Now, don't get me wrong. You try me, I'm gonna come at you like I'm known to. But I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt first because I like to think I'm a straight shooter and I'm a pretty honest guy. And so I challenge everyone because I'm gonna try to do these videos weekly now since I have such a following. It's so crazy. Freaking Sergeant from AIT. Long story short, my job knows I have a YouTube channel, so people watch and comment and say things. It's not a bad thing, I guess. I got more viewership now, but I want to challenge folks weekly to do something positive for somebody else, to think outside of your own rat race and say, hey, you know what? This person's struggling. Let me try to help them. Let me do this. Let me, what's the negative thing that I don't like about myself that I can fix so I can essentially be the change that I want to be. And again, ignore the notification. Be the change that I want to be, and you know, mentor to others, whether it be academically or just spiritually or in general, just trying to be a good person and watch. I guarantee you, I see these challenges that my family members do, where it's called 100 Days of Happiness, and they seem like generally happy people. I'm not saying bad things won't happen to you because again, random acts of chaos is just a part of life. That's just an equation people ain't figured out yet. But start trying to fix yourself and become that change that you want to be. People always throw around treat people how you really want to be treated, but do you really do that? Would you want anybody disrespecting you? Would you want anybody bullying your child? Would you want anybody putting their hands on you over something stupid? No. So don't do that. Don't go around being angry all the time. Be thankful for what you got. If you only got a Ford Focus car and you want a Charger, hey, you got a Ford Focus car. There's some people who ain't got cars. Hell, I didn't have a car for a period of time. You know what I'm saying? Things got real, you know? But I counted my blessings and I kept to the grind and I never gave up on myself. And that's one thing I've always been proud of. Through all the things I've been through in my life, good, bad, or indifferent, I taught myself to be a survivor because I was raised to believe that no one in this world is going to care about you. Now, that's not entirely true. And, I could debate with my parents back and forth how much of that is actually accurate. But at the end of the day, learn to be tougher, learn to do things, but learn to turn the other cheek when you do it, if you understand what I'm saying. Like, okay, this door closed for me and this person was nasty to me, but you know what? I'm not going to let that affect how I think and feel about myself. If anything, I'm just going to retool the plan and retool the situation and be an even better person and fix the things that I need to fix about myself. So the next time a situation like that comes along, not only do I have a better tool in my toolbox to handle it, but negativity and haters don't know what to do when you just smile on their face. You know what I'm saying? You just give them that. You're funny. Thanks, but I'm good. I'm okay. And when you give them that kind of personality and that kind of attitude, again, it's contagious, man. It's contagious. I can't even name to you how many people in AIT were like, man, Mac, it was good to know you, man. You always just had a bright spirit about things. And it's like, trust me, it wasn't always like this. But with failure, from me to me, with failure comes wisdom. And so when you get this wisdom and you get these things, you say, well, damn, if I did that and I went through that, I could bounce back through anything. So that's it. That's all I got for you today. I'm taking suggestions on what you like to see, what kind of message you would like to be spread, and I'm gonna do my best to put it out there because again, we all share this planet, and the internet's like wildfires, and so anybody can see anything. And I would rather spread a message of positivity than oh well, Trump's doing this and Clinton's doing that, and Black Lives Matter and Colin Kaepernick thought this, and no, at the end of the day, I worry about my lane because I can only affect the change that I know I can control, which is myself. And that's pretty much the message of this video today. Take it easy, YouTube. Comment, subscribe, hit me up. Facebook me. I'm a pretty open guy. I respond pretty, quickly. And y'all remember, be good to one another, all right? Peace.